So check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your kids, grab your family members, and come everybody come on in the kitchen, because all hands are on deck. We're gonna make the most delicious, most moisty and tasty red velvet white chocolate chip cupcakes. All right, so here we go. All hands on deck, right, Derek?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do this.
Count me
All
in.
right. So the first thing we want to do, it just depends on what type of pan you use. But since we're making cupcakes, the pans nowadays come in either miniature, regular size, just like this, all right, your regular cupcake pan, or jumbo. I like this one because, you know, you can get even distribution throughout this pan. If you use a miniature pan with for your cupcakes, you get a shorter cooking time, which is all right, but you got to be really, really careful that the bottom of the cupcakes do not burn. And then if you use your jumbo pan, it takes a little bit longer to cook evenly all the way through. So you don't want the outside to be done and the inside to be a little, you know, still cake-like, like the batter. So I always like to go with this one because I know that time-wise, even if it's between 14 and 19 minutes, on that 15th minute, you know, you can check your cupcake, and I like to check it with a toothpick, all right? And then when you check it with the toothpick and you pull the toothpick out of your cupcake, you shouldn't get that batter stuck to your cupcake, your toothpick from the cupcakes itself, all right? So first things first, if you're using a cupcake pan just like this one, and I hope you have one, we're going to set our oven at about, let's say 325, all right?
Okay.
We're gonna do that. So Derek is gonna set the oven at 325, and we have Miss Betty Crocker here, all right? I love this one because it's the super moist one, and you can't go wrong. And then today I'm going to introduce a key ingredient that will sure enough get you the most moist cupcakes you've ever tasted before. So let's get this open here. So I don't want this to go all over the place, so y'all bear with me. Well, Derek is going to grab some scissors for me because as you can see, I'm struggling here with this bag. All right. He's going to come over here and help me out. Thank you, dear.
You better right at the top.
All right. Yes.
There you go.
All right. Because it would have been bad if all of this would have went all over the kitchen. We would have been cleaning and finding cupcake juice for days. All right. So now you have your batter. All right. Now I hope everyone have all of their ingredients right in front of them. If you don't, and don't worry about it, we'll take our time with this, okay? It's not much to it, but if you follow the directions exactly, you can't go wrong. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we have 1 cup of water. All right, doesn't matter if it's lukewarm or cold water, you're just gonna pour it right in, all right? That's 1 cup, and we have a 4th, right here. All right, Derek, would you mind doing me a favor and start stirring on this? Now, kids,
no problem.
This is the deal. Now, if you have an electric mixer, then that's the easy route to go. But I usually like to do it with the whisk and everything. I like to see, get that exercise, get that wrist action going. If you do it this way with your whisk, just make sure that all the lumps are being knocked out and everything like that. All right, now.
How's that looking, Chef?
So far, so good, mister?
Good. More of the same, huh?
Yes, sir.
You got it.
So keep on going. And next, we're going to take your 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. All right. So make sure you get that ready. Make sure it is exactly about 1/2 cup. All right. So that's going to go in like that.
Oh, nice.
All right. And kids, if you can, help your mom or your dad, or if it's a sister or a brother, you guys join in. Like I said, all hands on deck. This is like one of the most fun things you can do in the kitchen is making sweets, desserts, whether it's cookies or a cake or your cupcakes here. All right. Now what we're going to do is go to our eggs. So make sure you get 3 large eggs, all right? So Derek, what I'll do is I will do the eggs while you do that for me. All right? So we're gonna just crack 3 large eggs and make sure you do not put any of the shells in there because you're gonna get a nice and crunchy cupcake. Right, Derek?
Yeah, not so good.
So for my birthday one year, My husband is a great chef, but baking was not his forte in the beginning. So for my birthday, he makes me a cake, right?
Yes.
Okay. The
This
cake,
is so funny.
it didn't turn out good. It was like licking the street. If you can imagine licking tar, that's what the cake was like. We laughed so hard about it for years on end.
And I shaped it. It was a Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day.
And I shaped it into a heart.
You shaped it into a heart, and it was so cute. And I couldn't wait to dive in because I'm like, oh my gosh, this strawberry cake is shaped into a heart. He put all his love into it. And again, here we go. That is one of the 5 love languages, okay? It was a gift of service because he knew I love dessert. So he wanted to give something to me on that special day. And, I was just like so surprised. I was like, thank you. I didn't know he could make dessert. Not make a dessert,
No,
y'all.
it was terrible.
It was pretty bad.
But the effort. I put a lot of effort in.
Oh, it was a great effort.
And I was excited for her to see it.
Yes.
But I anticipated that it was going to be quite terrible. And it was quite terrible.
It was bad. But you know what? It was the thought that counts.
Yeah.
And in the end, I gave him a big hug for the effort. So thank you, baby.
For sure. Some
yes.
people were meant to bake and I was not. True.
And I love to bake. So I hope you guys
And she's
love
very
to
good
bake
at it.
too, because thank you, honey, because this is fun. All right. So make sure your eggs are mixed
How's this looking?
perfectly. That looks amazing.
Perfect.
All right. So if you're getting help in the kitchen like I am, it goes a little bit faster. But if you're by yourself, and you're making
You took
that
this?
delectable, dessert, and you can keep this in there because I
Okay.
want to pour these in too.
Perfect.
Then we're going to give you that time to do that. So make sure you get your batter mixed. And if you can see this, all right, Derek did a very good job.
Thank you,
There's
babe.
no lumps. There's no bumps.
Well, you know I'm a great baker.
There's no no lumps, no bumps, no cellulite, right? So here we go, y'all. But I'm telling you, if you eat enough of these, you're going to put on some hips and thighs. I tell you that much. You like that?
Amen.
Amen. All
Amen.
right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So if you got your batter going, you got your eggs, your vegetable oil in here, let's put everything together. All right, we're going to mix it again. So what Derek is also going to do, let's see, my vegetable oil, if I have a little bit left in there, honey, can you just take with a brush? You can also use like a paper towel or a napkin. And what you want to do is just go right around each of your, and I'm going to hold this up while you do this, honey,
Okay.
so our audience can see this. You're just going to go around each little cupcake hole, because what's going to happen is in the oven, your cupcakes are going to swell, and they're going to want to just kind of go over the edge a little bit. But when you lift your cupcake out, you do not want it to stick to your pan. And just greasing it will give it even, I guess it'll make it easier just to pop right on
Right.
out, basically.
So stick.
There's no, special technique. You just pop it right out, basically. Okay, so what Derek is also going to do, and if you have help in the kitchen, get the kids involved, okay? So we're going to take our cupcake fillers, and we're just going to take a cupcake and put one in each little cupcake hole. All right, I'm going to go back to mixing again. So I have our 3 large eggs in our batter, and just keep going. Now, if you can put everything in the bowl all at once, that's a good thing, and that's what we want. But it doesn't matter because it's all going to get mixed up. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that, but it's getting in there. Got to use a little elbow work here. All right. So once you get that in, and remember I was telling you guys about that key ingredient that's going to make it nice and moist every time. All right, so you probably have seen on your ingredients list sour cream. Now those of you who have never used sour cream before, I'm letting you know that this will make any dessert, whether it's cake, cupcakes, doesn't matter. It's going to make your dessert very moist every time. So what we're going to do is just take about, you can do half a cup or a cup. of sour cream, okay? I wouldn't do any more than that. All right, and it'll work every time.
Now, what does the sour cream do?
It makes your cupcakes or your cakes moist. And it keeps it fresh and moist for a length of time, you know. So you know how sometimes a cake can sit up after a few days and it's not moist anymore? Well, the sour cream will help hold that moisture in your cupcake, all right, or your cakes, all right? You want to distribute it evenly all the way through. Make sure there's no more white swirls. All right. I'm telling you, making cupcakes, you get a good workout here. All right. If you have the electric mixer, that's a wonderful thing. But if you don't, it's all good. This way is just as good. All right. I remember I was telling you a long time ago, when I was a little girl, my mom would let me lick the, what do you call it, egg beaters, I guess. And by the time I was finished licking the bowl and the egg beaters, I didn't eat no cake. I was good after all of that because I was full off of just the cake batter itself. But that was all right by me. My mom would let me do it every time, so I got a good memory on that.
Great mom, too.
Yeah, that woman can bake her you-know-what off. And she's an excellent cook. That's how I learned how to cook. All right. So, all right. Let's see if you can see that. Now, that looks good. It's nice. It's smooth and velvety. So now what we're going to do, and if you have a little help, maybe someone can hold the pan. And Derek, can you hold the pan?
I'm holding the pan.
Yeah, you can
like
just,
this?
no, you can just put it down.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is add the batter.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, here we go. Can you guys see that? You're just going to add the batter. There we go. Right into the cupcake fillers. And you can fill it up to the top or not. I'm going to just give you a little example. If you don't want to go all the way to the top, you can just stop right there. Okay, let's go to another one. All right. Did you guys make a lot of desserts in your house, Derek,
No.
when you growing up?
No, we didn't. The few times that we did have desserts, we do church bake sales, and my mom had her favorites, and she would get every time, and they became my favorites. But I grew up, my family, everybody eats sweets and loves sweets, but I'm a little different. I just never really got into sweets even now. But since I married this young lady, I've been eating her sweets. And she made me just the other day, what was it called?
Oh, yes. Well, we'll be introducing that at another time, but it is a banana mousse pudding. And, you know, there's some special stuff that you can put in there that'll make that banana pudding so fluffy. I'm telling you, it'll make your head spin. So
It's good.
Yeah. All right. So I hope you all have made it to this particular point here. Easy, delicious cupcakes every time with your one key ingredient. If you just follow the box exactly and add that half a cup or 1 cup of your sour cream, you can't go wrong. You're going to get moist, beautiful, velvety cupcakes every time, whether it's red velvet or chocolate or no matter what. Now, this is the deal. Now, can you grab for me, Derek, the white chocolate chips? Now, the white chocolate chips are going to give it that extra bang in every bite. So all you have to do, as soon as you pour your batter into your cupcake fillers, all right, just like this, all you have to do is just take your chocolate chip cupcakes and you're going to just drop them right on top. While your cupcakes are baking, they'll just sink to the middle. And some of them in the oven are going to, here we go, just like this. You can add as many or as few as you want. It just depends. Now, if you have kids and they like white chocolate chips, go crazy. If not, it's okay. And we'll leave one just like that, all right? Because if you don't want the white chocolate chips in the cupcake itself, that's fine. You can put them on top with the frosting and with your sprinkles. It's your party. You can do whatever you want to with your cupcakes, okay? It's just all about being creative. And Now, do you have any questions, Derek? Because I think we are just pretty much complete this one.
I don't think I have any questions.
All right.
I
Now,
don't.
all right, viewers, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any questions about the cupcakes itself or any of the ingredients, the sour cream itself, how I came up with the idea of using sour cream to make your cupcakes or any dessert that you use nice and moist. Let's see. The idea about the white chocolate chip cupcakes, the chips itself, whatever. Please feel free to ask. We love that you would bring the questions to us. And I think this is going to complete this particular segment. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope the kids got involved, and husbands and wives, girlfriends and boyfriends, moms and dads, please just get in here and do your thing. Would you like me to have some of these too?
Either that or did you get this one?
I left that one plain, but I did eat that, and that's good too. So if you want your white chocolate chip in the cupcake, fine. If not, I just wanted to give you an example just to show you, you do not have to actually put them in there. It's pretty good, right? It gives it that extra chocolatey flavor.
It's
Yeah.
soft. It's nice and soft.
Yeah. Or if you want any information about red velvet itself and what it is, please feel free to ask questions. And if not, this particular segment has been completed. We're going to put these in the oven, and then we're going to see what happens. You're going to see how beautiful this is going to turn out. And when you bite into this cupcake, it's going to be heaven. I promise you that. And you'll never want to go back to just a plain red velvet cupcake. All right? Thank you so much. And let's get it done, y'all. Ready?